Greenvale was a tranquil village, nestled amidst rolling hills. The village was a serene haven, where time seemed to slow down, allowing its residents to savor the simple pleasures of life. The air was always fresh, filled with the scent of blooming flowers and the earthy aroma of the fields. Birds sang sweetly, their melodies creating a symphony that greeted each new day. The people of Greenvale were known for their warmth and hospitality. They greeted each other with genuine smiles and open hearts, forming a close-knit community that felt more like an extended family. John, a humble farmer, lived there with his young daughter, Lily. They shared a modest home and a deep bond, finding joy in the simple moments they spent together. John worked tirelessly in the fields from dawn till dusk, ensuring that he could provide for Lily. His dedication and hard work were evident in the bountiful harvests he reaped. John had a heart of gold, always wearing a warm smile that reflected his kind and compassionate nature. He was always ready to lend a helping hand to his neighbors, whether it was mending a fence or sharing his harvest. His generosity knew no bounds. One sunny morning, as John was tending his fields, a frail old beggar approached him. The sun cast a golden glow over the landscape, making the scene almost magical. The beggar was weary from his travels, his clothes tattered and his face lined with fatigue. He had been wandering for days, searching for a kind soul to help him. With a trembling voice, he requested some food and water, hoping for a bit of relief from his hunger and thirst. John, being kind-hearted, offered him fresh bread and milk without a second thought. His generosity was a beacon of hope for the weary traveler. The beggar gratefully accepted the food, his eyes welling up with tears of gratitude. He savored each bite, feeling a warmth spread through him that was more than just the nourishment. Before reaching John's farm, the beggar had encountered Mr. Smith, the village baker. Mr. Smith was a wealthy man, but he was known for his stinginess. When the beggar asked for a piece of bread, Mr. Smith shooed him away. Mr. Smith muttered under his breath about beggars being lazy. He believed that wealth should be earned, not given away. The beggar left the bakery feeling disheartened. He had almost given up hope when he reached John's farm. John noticed the beggar's sadness. The man sat alone, his clothes tattered and his eyes filled with sorrow. It was clear he had been through a lot. He inquired about his well-being, asking if there was anything he could do to help. The beggar looked up, surprised by the kindness. The beggar shared his experience at the bakery, explaining how he had fallen on hard times. John listened patiently, nodding as the man spoke. He felt compassion for the old man, understanding the struggles he had faced. John knew he had to do something to help. John offered him a place to rest for the day, providing food and shelter. The beggar accepted gratefully, his eyes welling up with tears. As the beggar prepared to leave, he handed John a small, rusty key. He explained that it had been in his family for generations. He said, "You have shown me great kindness. This key may bring you fortune if you follow its path." John looked at the key, wondering what secrets it held. The beggar's words echoed in his mind. "Follow the setting sun, and where it kisses the earth, you shall find your destiny." The words seemed almost magical. The beggar then blessed John and departed, leaving him with a sense of hope and curiosity about the future. Section 4. A Mysterious Dream. Intrigued by the beggar's words, John kept the key safely in his pocket. That night, John had a vivid dream. He saw himself standing in a field bathed in golden light. In the middle of the field was an old, weathered chest. He heard a voice whispering, "The key unlocks your destiny." John woke up with a start. The dream felt real. He decided to find the place he had dreamt of. Section 5. The Farmer's Fortune. The next morning, John set out following the setting sun. He reached a vast, unfamiliar field, and there, in the middle, lay a partially buried old chest, just like in his dream. With trembling hands, John took out the rusty key. It fit perfectly. He strained to lift the heavy lid. Inside, he found gold coins and precious jewels. John was astonished. The beggar's words had come true. John had found his fortune. Section 6, A Lesson in Karma. This is a story about how the universe has a way of balancing things out, rewarding those who do good and teaching lessons to those who don't. John used his newfound wealth wisely. He didn't just think about himself, he thought about his future and the future of those he cared about. He bought a small piece of land and built a new house for himself and Lily. It was a modest home, but it was filled with love and hope for a brighter future. He made sure Lily received a good education. He knew that knowledge was the key to a better life and wanted to give her every opportunity to succeed. He also shared his wealth with the villagers. John understood that true happiness comes from helping others and making a positive impact on their lives. He helped those who were struggling. Whether it was providing food, shelter, or just a kind word, John was there for his community. John's generosity earned him respect and admiration. People looked up to him and saw him as a beacon of hope and kindness. Mr. Smith, witnessing John's change in fortune, was filled with regret. He realized that his own actions had led him down a path of loneliness and sorrow. He realized that his unkindness had cost him a chance at good karma. The universe had given him a lesson, one that he would never forget. John's story spread throughout Greenvale. It became a topic of conversation, a story that everyone knew and shared with others. It became a tale of kindness and karma, reminding everyone that good deeds always come back to you. The story of John and his journey was a powerful reminder of the impact one person can have on the world.